former Sith Lord Maul was on the hunt for his old master's new protege, Anakin Skywalker. His informants had told him that Skywalker was on the planet of Umbara for a siege. He ordered his men to release a virus that Dr. Nuvo Vindi had been working on to corrupt the minds of the common clone trooper soldier, and made them crave brains. He sent his loyal second-in-command, Saxon, to release this virus onto a small, unsuspecting squad of troopers, and it proved effective. What Maul did not realize was that Skywalker was no longer on the planet, and his troopers were worn down after a very long siege of blood and betrayal. A small outpost of troopers were packing up their base when, out of the forest, zombies. Hello everyone, it is I, Republic Studs, and welcome to MOCtober. Yes everyone, welcome to our Zombies MOCtober series. So we are back with MOCtober. I've done this on my channel every year since 2019, so this is going to be my third year doing that, which is pretty spooky, cool. But either way, the plot of this one, as explained in the beginning, zombies have taken over and they are going to be wrecking house. We are going to be going through the MOC in a second. And also, if you enjoyed that intro, let me know, because I'm going to hopefully do some more of those. Obviously, you know, they're very fun to do. So, quick little thing is this is going to be a thing we're going to do every week. Every week we're going to have a different zombie MOC of these zombies attacking, and there's eventually going to be a huge final stand with the remaining troopers. And see if they can escape or not. Maybe we'll have to see, because this planet is going to be absolutely destroyed by this zombie virus. But with that said, I am going to ask you all to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It'll help me out a metric ton, and we're going to get right on into the MOC. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the Zombies MOC. Now, there's a ton to get in here, but, you know, first I just do want to say this was a fun little MOC I built on a stream, and I'm going to be doing all of these on stream, so make sure to check that out. And we're going to get in every little square inch of this MOC, so let's go. So first off, in the corner here, we have Gar Saxon, who just released the virus onto these 212th troopers, and they are on the attack. They are attacking this 501st Legion squad over here. So there's a good chunk of them. A few of them were out in the field patrolling, and they just came under assault by these zombies. And we're going to take a look at the figures closer in a second. But I will say I absolutely love the way the forest turned out. I just used a bunch of my stud shooters. I had a bunch of them in a bucket, and I thought this was a really creative idea. People gave me this idea on stream. The streams are really fun, by the way. And yeah, so they are just munching down on some 501st troopers. You'll even notice some of them have the little zombie face. I use skeleton pieces for a lot of them, and we'll like zoom in this other one, this one guy here. And you know, they are using some Firestar toy arms, if you're wondering. Same thing with the 501st troopers. And that is all very cool. Now, the big thing here is obviously the clone campsite. So let's get a better angle of that by twisting the MOC around. And it is admittedly a pretty cool, you know, like little site. So first off, we do have those two crates there from the Battlefront games, which are really neat. I mean, these were featured on my Venator MOC. And, you know, obviously they're here again, made by Marfan, which is really cool. And then we have some dice crates. Now, the way you do these is you buy this simple dice piece. They're like 20 cents on Bricklink. I got them for. And I just put all these tiles in them. And they made this really nice little thing. And they're great barricades. So you have, like, that little guy. And then back there, we do have a little small command post. If you could see that, that is really kind of cool. And I really, really like that. It's just a simple thing. Some 501st troopers on it, probably calling for help. Which, you know, because this is a pretty dire circumstance. And then over here, we do have a customized 501st speeder from the 501st Battle Pack. And this has a Jonak Toys version of Kix. This is decaled, obviously, which is really cool. It was decaled by my friend Boomer Productions. And I think what the plan is, Kix is probably going to try to escape from this. He is the only one on the speeder, and he's going to have to go warn everyone, if he escapes, about, you know, the horrors that he saw here. Now, moving on over, we do have this little, you know, tent. Obviously, they are sleeping in shifts, because that's how it always works in war. And, you know, we have some clone boys here. We also have a bat. If you guys could see that little bat right there. That's pretty cool. And then we'll actually move behind the little tent, and you'll notice there's some small greebling. You get all this nice detailing, just, you know, some shrubbery, and then you'll notice it gets gray, so that's just kind of like a metal platform they set down, so that way their stuff didn't get dirty with Umbara dust. And then you just see this oncoming field of zombie hell, and it looks absolutely terrifying. Now, moving over, I did want to briefly showcase a little bit of the special builds and things we have here. So the first big one, and I'm sure you're all wondering, is this little thing right here. This is a tent from the Cape Cantina. They make these cloths and bricks. You can buy it actually on his site, which is really cool. I mean, I have a code with them. I think it is like our studs promo or something, so feel free to get that if you'd like. But I just think it's overall cool. You can like actually like set up stuff in there. I just personally haven't, because I didn't think, you know, you're not going to be seeing any of it, so why bother? And then move over here, and then here we get one of our zombie 212 troopers. They're using some Firestar Toys arms. I thought that would give them some nice extra pizzazz. A few of them have those. And then I gave them a skeleton head, because, like, you know, zombie heads are difficult. I might use, like, the one from the Captain America from the What If episode, like the CMF series guy. But we'll see. I'm not 100% sure on those yet. But this guy also looks really cool. I really like the way he came out. I think my favorite one is this airborne trooper. I think I did this last year for one of my zombie mocks, which I did. I'll leave a link at the end for that. But this one looks sick. You get this like yellow eyes, and I can like alternate his face. So this is like the head zombie. He's the head honcho. He just has the helmet over on his helmet. And then, you know, he does also come with some airborne arm printing, which looks pretty good. And you know, just a great minifigure, and he looks more scuffed up. And we didn't necessarily see airborne troopers on the Battle of Umbara, but I thought this worked. Now, moving on to the next one, we have Gar Saxon. Now, Gar Saxon, I think, is pretty cool, because, you know, I figured he would be a nice little one to throw in. He's scary and spooky looking, so I thought he would be cool to throw in on our Umbaran zombie mock, and I wanted to tie in Maul, because, you know, he's spooky and scary, and I just want to do all the spooky and scary things. Not that this is entirely lore consistent. But, you know, he's Saxon. Nothing new. He has his face print. You guys can watch my review on him. Now, I want to take a look at the crate build and then the kicks build. So basically for these guys, you get these two builds right here, and they are all nice and detailed, design again by my boy Marfan. And then you can combine this little centerpiece right here, and it combines them really well, and you just get this really good looking crate, and it looks just like the game. And I think he did a good job with this one. I think this was a nice little, you know, accurate detail, and I thought it would, you know, crowd up a base well, like just a random type of base thing. Now I want to look at the speeder for a second. Now, here is Kix' speeder. So, Kix on here, obviously, and I'd like to take a look at him first, and that is not supposed to come off, but it did. So, here he is. It's a little hard to focus on because decals are very shiny, but here he is. He comes with, you know, all this nice detailing. He looks just like if LEGO were to make him from Jonak Toys. You could, again, I'll have a link for all of these guys pretty much down in the description. And then you do have his little medical backpack, which looks really good. I think, you know, he was a pretty prominent character on the Umbara, and we're going to be seeing other characters too. I want to actually, you guys to comment down below which character you want to see next. I know you're all going to say Rex, so we can't do Rex yet. But you know, next episode, who do you want to see? The one with the most likes will get put in. So that's pretty exciting. And he's just a nice all-around figure. I believe he comes with back printing too, but I don't want to take off the backpack. But other than that, they just did a gnarly job with him. Really, really like the way I did him. And then here is the speeder. Now, let me actually find the piece that broke off right here, and let's talk about the speeder. So, obviously, this is a shrunk-down version of the 501st speeder from the 501st Battle Pack. I don't believe this is of my own design. I designed it in a pretty popular video about, like, you know, how to, you know, make the 501st Battle Pack more awesome. And that video did really well. So yeah. But this one looks cool too. I really do like the way it all came out. It feels very more in scale with figures. That's why we did it this way. And I think it came out really well. And I haven't used this in a mock in quite a long time, but I thought this was appropriate because, you know, the 501st, and he has to jet off after this to warn everyone about what is going to occur. But with all that said and done, I think it is time to talk a little bit more about my plans for the rest of this series, and I will see you guys there. So, that was the stunning and jaw-dropping episode of MOCtober. Now, I had a ton of fun building these. We are going to be building these on live streams every single week, so stay tuned on my channel for that. Also, become a member, because we're going to probably be doing some exclusive live streams involving these for our members only. and you know, it would help out the channel a ton. And we're going to see what happens to Kix and if his 501st Troopers next episode. We obviously know most of them aren't going to make it out of this. Kix might be able to escape on that speeder, but I guess we will see. Overall, I just had a great time building this. I know, and you guys should know this, I am not the world's best mock builder. You can tell, that's not my thing. I like telling stories like at the beginning, so I like giving a story to this type of thing. In Star Wars, I just love telling Star Wars clone stories, and I think a zombie one is something that just fits in well for the spoopy season, and I'm really excited. So I encourage you all to hop on the MOCtober train, use hashtag StudsMOCtober in all of your MOCtober builds, and I really am curious and excited to see what you guys do for the month of MOCtober. But with that said, I will see you guys all in the next one. I hope you enjoy my little getup here with Grogu and the pumpkins. But with that said, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.